Let's jump into it. So you're thinking about finally starting a fitness routine, huh?
Always a great idea.
Right. It's awesome. Like, we've got some great source material right here in front of us, and we are ready to break it all down for you
Absolutely.
and help you get started on this journey, right?
Right.
So no matter what your current fitness level is, if you're a total beginner or maybe you've dabbled here and there, this deep dive is all about giving you the knowledge and confidence to get moving.
Yeah, and I think it's super important to recognize that like starting anything new can be kind of daunting.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Like where do you even begin?
Exactly.
There's like a million different opinions and things out there.
Yeah, so much information out there. It's easy to get overwhelmed.
Absolutely.
But that's what's, I think, so fascinating about the material you provided to us is that it really emphasizes making fitness accessible
Yeah,
for everyone.
for sure.
So, regardless of where you're at right now,
Totally.
you can totally make this work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love that. And you know what? Speaking of progress, like, one of the sources highlights this study, and this is so cool,
Oh yeah.
that found that just 10 minutes
Wow.
of brisk walking a day
Just 10 minutes.
can significantly reduce your risk of heart disease.
That's amazing.
It's pretty amazing, right?
It's incredible how like small changes
Yeah.
can have like massive impact.
Exactly. And sometimes we think we have to do all these crazy things,
Right.
but even small amounts of activity can make a huge difference.
It's about taking those first steps.
Totally.
Yeah.
And beyond just like the physical benefits,
Yeah.
right? We know exercise is good for our heart,
Sure.
but the source material also talks about increased energy,
Oh yeah. Huge.
mood boosts.
Like night and day.
Oh my gosh, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing how much better you feel
Absolutely.
after you move your body a little bit.
Yeah, and one of the sources mentioned something I thought was really interesting. It talked about how exercise can actually improve sleep quality, which a lot of people struggle with.
Oh, I know I do, for sure.
Yeah, and you think like, oh, if I work out at night, I'm gonna be all wired. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. But actually, the opposite is true.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it helps to regulate your sleep cycle.
Wow.
So you actually end up getting a better night's sleep.
Okay, so we're convinced exercise is good for us.
Yeah.
It has all these amazing benefits.
For sure.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
All right, let's do it.
Let's talk about these 5 beginner-friendly exercises that the sources recommend.
Love it.
All right, so we've got squats, push-ups, planks, lunges, and jumping jacks.
Classic.
Classics, right?
Yeah, these are great for building a solid foundation.
Absolutely.
Now, it's important to, to focus on proper form
Yes.
to prevent injuries.
Safety first?
Safety first, always, right?
Yeah.
So, like, let's take squats, for example.
Okay.
One of the sources really emphasizes, like, engaging your core,
Oh, yeah.
keeping your back straight throughout the movement.
So it's not just about going up and down.
Exactly. It's not just about, like, how low can you go.
Yeah.
It's about control.
Right.
Activating the right muscles.
So what about those of us who haven't done a push-up since, I don't know, middle school gym class?
Right, I hear you.
Like, I'm a little intimidated by push-ups, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Well, the great thing is there are modifications
Oh, good.
for every exercise.
Okay.
So for push-ups, you can start by doing them against a wall
Okay.
or on your knees
Oh, that's a good idea.
and gradually build up your strength.
Okay.
It's about finding variations
Yeah.
that challenge you
Right.
but are still doable
Okay.
at your current level.
Yeah. I like that approach.
Yeah,
It's not about, like, going 0 to 100 right away.
totally.
It's finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where you're challenged.
You want to feel it?
Yeah. But not discouraged.
Right.
But let's be real, even with modifications like staying motivated,
Oh, yeah.
that can be the hardest part.
It's a real challenge for
Yeah.
a lot of people.
And all of the sources talk about setting realistic goals.
Yeah.
But, like, how do we actually put that into practice?
Well, I think it's all about like breaking down those bigger goals
Okay.
into smaller, more manageable steps.
Okay.
So instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, maybe
Yeah.
you say, this week I'm going to walk for 30 minutes 3 times.
Okay.
It's those smaller victories
Yeah.
that build momentum and
Yeah.
keep you motivated.
What's like leveling up in a video game?
Exactly.
Like, each little achievement
Yeah.
gets you closer to the big boss battle. Okay.
Exactly. You're getting those experience points.
Yes, I love that. And one of the sources mentioned something I thought was really key,
Okay.
is finding an activity that you genuinely enjoy.
Oh, that's so important.
Right. If you hate running,
Don't run.
don't force yourself to run.
Wah.
Like, find something else.
There's so many options.
Explore different things. Try dancing, try swimming, hiking, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That gets you moving. That puts a smile on your face.
Yeah. Movement should be joyful.
Yes, I love that.
Not a chore.
Speaking of things that we don't always love, the sources delve into nutrition, which I know
That's a big one.
can be a tricky area
For sure.
for a lot of beginners.
Absolutely.
What stood out to you in that section?
You know, one thing that really resonated with me was the emphasis on ditching like restrictive diet fads
Yeah.
and instead focusing on building sustainable, healthy eating habits.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's not about completely cutting out entire food groups.
Right.
It's about finding a balance.
Okay.
That includes, plenty of fruits and vegetables, lean protein, whole grains.
So it's more of making gradual changes
Exactly.
that you can actually stick with
Yeah.
long term.
Long term, that's the key.
Instead of these crazy crash diets
Yeah.
that leave you feeling miserable, and then you end up right back where you started.
Exactly. And one really simple tip that they recommend is meal prepping.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So, if you prepare your meals in advance, you're less likely to reach for those unhealthy snacks.
Right. Or order takeout
Exactly.
when you're tired and you don't have time to cook.
Yeah, when you're short on time, it's so easy to make those unhealthy choices.
Totally. So we've got exercise, we've got nutrition. Anything else we need to keep in mind?
Well, one crucial aspect that they highlight is rest and recovery.
Oh, that's a good point.
A lot of beginners make the mistake of going all out
Yeah.
without giving their bodies time to repair and rebuild.
I can see how that would be easy to do, especially when you're first starting and you're all gung-ho.
Yeah, you're feeling motivated.
Yeah, and you're seeing those initial results.
Right, but overtraining can lead to burnout and injuries,
Right.
which will set you back in the long run.
Totally.
So they recommend incorporating rest days
Okay.
into your routine and listening to your body's signals.
Yeah.
If you're feeling sore, fatigued, take a break.
So it's all about finding that balance
Exactly.
between pushing yourself
Yeah.
and knowing when to ease up.
Knowing when to listen to your body.
Love that.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
And remember, consistency is key.
Okay.
It's not about having the perfect workout every time. It's about showing up,
Yeah.
making an effort most days of the week.
It's a journey,
It is.
not a sprint.
A marathon, not a sprint.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From the amazing benefits of exercise to practical tips
Yes.
on exercise nutrition.
And rest.
Yes, rest and recovery, so important. But before we wrap up, one of the sources poses this really thought-provoking question.
Okay.
How will you celebrate your first fitness milestone, no matter how big or small?
I love that.
So take a moment to think about that. What would
Yeah.
make you feel proud of your progress?
Yeah, what would motivate you to keep going?
What reward would make you feel good, right?
Exactly.
So let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
And remember, every step you take towards a healthier you is a reason to celebrate.
Absolutely.
So get out there, get moving, and have fun.
That's what it's all about.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.